Hello, I'm Trace,
And I'm Sam.
and we're the entire cast of the Golden Girls, and this is From Our Perspective. So, we've partially talked about this before, but I've got another work story.
Well, okay.
I'm just gonna jump
Okay,
right
this
in.
is
By the way, guys,
so.
we're just
Okay,
jumping right into this.
Should we just call this a new segment where we talk about Trace's work?
Well, I don't know because I don't think I'll have a story each week.
BBQ stories with Trace.
BBQ. We talked about this briefly, but I've never been so intimidated by a customer in my life.
What? Intimidated by a customer?
Um,
There's a counter separating you. Like you're tall. You're intimidating.
What? No, say it. I saw what you were gesturing with your hands. You're tall, and then what? What were you gonna say?
Like muscular looking.
Oh yeah, thanks, dog. I've gotten really
I've been lifting.
I've been really beefing it up here recently.
And you're a slob, but
but there was this dude who came in, and I was like, I greet everyone the same. I'm like, hi, how are you doing today? This dude was like, hey, what's up, big guy? And I was like, what the fuck? It was such a power play. Like, it genuinely was.
He got you in the bitch corner like right away.
Yeah, because like when I was in school, people like the new people who came to school thought that I was gonna be like a dickhead because
they were right.
Fuck.
I'm really being mean. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know what all this negative energy is.
Drop this before we after we started recording.
What? I'm always nice to you. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway.
Except for the past 3 minutes.
Yeah. Like people.
Please continue.
It's a combination of my resting bitch face and just kind of I guess my size, because though I am overweight, my height kind of makes it like equal out like a little bit, like more than typically.
Yeah, I get it.
So even though I look intimidating, I'm so non-confrontational, and I'm just such a little bitch. Like, and that's putting it like in the nicest way I can put it.
I know what you mean. I kind of have that. I have like a more of a resting, sad or concerned face.
Mine comes out as kind of like that too. I just kind of lump it all in because I never just have like a resting happy face.
No, like I'm never like if I'm sitting there like thinking about stuff, I look either upset or sad.
You look like sometimes when you're thinking about stuff, you look pissed off. Like
I do. I look
like
really
resting
angry.
Fucking angry face.
I do. It's like
because
if I'm trying to figure something out,
your brow
I look
furrows,
very angry.
Your smile like fades away, and you're just sitting there like it's the scariest. Like, we've been friends for 5 years, and I can never like when you start thinking, I think you're mad at me. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Even though we've never gotten into an argument like a day during our friendship.
Which is crazy, right?
I know,
That's
it's
pretty
weird.
crazy.
I wanna know if like everyone has a friend like that.
Also, you've said before you wanted to get into an argument with me. You've told me that before. Not like genuinely, but you like I don't know why.
I want us to get. I feel like it would bring us closer if we had an experience where we both got mad at each other.
Well, we're both so
non-confrontational.
That would never happen. Yeah.
Okay, I guess let's air out our laundry. Has there ever been a time? I want you to be. This is for the podcast. I don't want you to pull any punches. Has there ever been a time that I've annoyed you at all?
I don't think so. Not very much. Also, I gotta point out I'm very hard to annoy. Like it takes a lot to get under my skin.
Have I ever just kind of got on your nerves? There's not like a time where you were just like, man, I wish you would stop talking to me right now, and then we'll like talk later.
Not really.
Okay, that's it.
No, because we're both kind of. It's not that we are like secluded or anything, but we keep to ourselves.
That's true.
Kind of.
That's true.
We're not like we don't talk every day and stuff.
Yeah. Um, I just
I send you heart emojis, and then you're like,
fuck off.
yeah, and
That's
that's probably what would happen.
Most of our text conversations now are just like something about the podcast, and then we send memes to each other.
Yeah,
And then we just like, it's typically me who does this, where I'll just like not reply, and then that's like the end of the conversation.
I appreciate that though. I guess.
Anyway, I got really intimidated by this dude at work because he was like hardcore Guido, and I'm not used to that, I guess.
Either a Guido or maybe like a Sal.
Yeah.
The Salvador.
Yeah. So it's just
Tony.
Yeah, he was very like mobstery, like that kind of whole vibe. Anyway, that's basically it. Let's go ahead and jump into this week we played. So we can get this ball a rolling.
Rolling down that hill.
I guess I'll let you kick it off since since technically last week I did it. I don't know.
It's fun. I played Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, BioWare?
Yep. Okay, another BioWare. Okay. It was poorly received.
Yeah.
When it came out.
I remember hearing the news when it came out because I'm so plugged into the world of gaming. I'm such a gamer. I remember hearing that it got plastered.
Yeah, it's not the best game ever, but it's not that bad either. It's kind of one of those cases where it's like, okay, Mass Effect 1 through 3 are great games.
Yeah.
And then it like had a misstep. It's not like having experienced Fallout's misstep recently.
Oh yeah.
It's nowhere near that level. Like I played Mass Effect Andromeda. I still haven't finished it yet.
Mass Effect Andromeda, the way you're kind of speaking to it for me, speaking about it, for me kind of sounds like I guess kind of misstep that Fallout 4 was. Where it wasn't Fallout 4 wasn't initially, it was kind of like it's kind of like the Star Wars prequels, where it wasn't initially received bad, and then people started like picking through it,
picking it apart.
I don't think Fallout 4 is gonna get like a resurgence like the prequels have recently, though.
Let's not even open that can of worms.
that big old can of worms on Reddit.
Star Wars prequel memes.
Yeah, go to r/prequel memes for some of the best fucking
prequel memes.
Well, yeah, prequel memes specifically.
But it's a little bit like that, and how more of the diehard fans didn't like it, type of thing.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. You can never please a diehard fan.
That's true.
Ever.
I mean, it's
there's no pleasing them.
You know the fans I hate who are like,
that is the most paradoxical thing, isn't it? That a diehard fan hates the thing that they love so much.
Well, it's because
weird?
They become a diehard fan from like the first one. Like,
I guess that's true.
So the Mass Effect
and then
diehard
any
fans,
deviation.
They loved Mass Effect 1.
2 is the favorite.
Oh, okay. So, whatever.
That's the cream of the
Hey, I don't care. They loved 2.
Yeah.
And then it's just like anything else. They're like, if it's like, it doesn't really matter. They always compare it.
I know this sounds like bad, but 2 is the best one.
Well, I know.
But do you remember the controversy with the ending of 3 at all?
A little bit.
Where people were very upset about
that.
And it's very strange.
Yeah, I do remember
ending,
that a little bit.
It's kind of ambiguous and weird, and
yeah,
I don't really care. It was a fun game.
Yeah.
I played it recently as well.
Oh, I
kind of went on a Mass Effect binge.
We have a double feature from Sam this week.
Mass Effect. I played 2 and 3.
Did you just skip 1?
Transfer the file. I didn't want to do it again. I had done it recently.
Is that much of a chore?
Too long ago. Well, it's not that it's a chore. It's that I played it like 3 months ago,
Oh, okay, okay.
and like you don't want to replay a game after you, unless it's like one of my favorite
I
games.
beg to differ. I've just tonight before recording, while you were on your way home, I started up Red Dead Redemption 2 again.
Well, that's different. That's
Uh,
you can go explore the desert and stuff.
but like I started like I could have done free roam. I started it again, like playing the
Oh,
story.
okay. Well, that's your prerogative. I have beaten Mass Effect 1 like twice now.
Okay. Do you
And the other
recommend?
one's more than that.
I know that the Andromeda hasn't had very good reviews, but do you recommend it?
It depends what the price is now. If it's pretty cheap now, pick it up. But
It probably is because it got lampooned so hard.
yeah, it didn't go over well. But pick it up if it's cheap.
I've been playing, not really a specific game, but it's kind of like a little novelty kind of thing. It's the Nintendo, the NES Classic, which is a small, like, I think it's like 15 to 20 games in one system.
Yeah,
And it's like
something
the
like that.
classic one. So it's got some Kirby games, a bunch of Mario games. I was the other night I was home alone and I was fucking rocking Dr. Mario. It took me a minute to figure out how to play it, but as soon as I figured
Yeah.
it out, I was just like sitting there going hard on that game. Castlevania, Galaga, just a bunch of different games like that are like really fun. Um,
You'd think they would have like made a new Dr. Mario game for like the phone because it plays like some sort of phone game.
it's kind of like Candy Crush.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Like you'd think that would have made the transfer, right?
It's very like Candy Crush meets Tetris, and I think
Yeah, it's
I
kind
mean,
of that. It's a puzzle game.
it definitely works. It has that format for a phone.
Yeah,
But
surprised that hasn't happened.
so it gave me the chance to play a lot of those. I really want to keep playing the Castlevania, but that's one where I can't like stop playing it because it doesn't have any save files or anything like that.
Oh yeah, shit.
So I'd have to like sit down and play the whole Castlevania. But
I assume the Legend of Zelda's on there. Right?
yeah, the first two,
Okay.
those are both on there. I started playing the first one, but I feel like I'd have to have because that was back when like when game
You had
walkthroughs
you
were
had one. Also, you had like one game.
yeah, that's true.
Your parents got you an NES. You had Mario, you had Zelda, and you had like maybe like Castlevania or
And
something.
you played
And
one
you
to
just
death.
played those to death.
Yeah,
You could explore the entire map of Zelda, and that could be your
for
childhood.
months probably.
Yeah,
Um,
just dying and dying and dying.
yeah. But so it's really fun. They have the NES Classic. They have a couple of other classic things, and I know PlayStation is gonna or Sony's gonna be releasing a PlayStation One Classic kind of thing.
Hmm.
Which I'll be waiting for the PlayStation Two Classic. Because I had a PlayStation One, but I only played like one specific Power Rangers game, and that's the only game I
See,
remember.
I was more of a GameCube kid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're a Nintendo guy. I was always very Sony. Well, at first it was Sony with the PlayStation 1 and 2, and then it was Xbox 360 and Xbox.
I was raised on a hard diet of Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Pikmin.
I didn't play a Zelda game until me and you became
Monster.
friends.
What a monster!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Those are beautiful games.
I remember playing Mario games on my DS. Like
Yeah.
they had Super Mario 64 for the DS, and I played that.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, I recommend
Anyway.
picking up the Nintendo Classic. It's a lot of fun, especially if like your parents were born in like the '80s or whatever, or
Yeah, get them to play with you.
or like grew up in the '80s, not born in the '80s. Yeah, because like me and my mom were playing like Donkey Kong and Galaga together, and that was so much fun. I kicked her ass. Like I was so much better than her at those games, but still, it was a lot of fun. But anyway,
Yeah. Okay. Can I make a little note?
yeah.
My we got an no, we didn't get an Atari. An Atari was at my uncle's house when for like Thanksgiving or something, and me and my dad were playing. He was slugging me all over
Really?
all these games. He was kicking my ass across the curve because they control like horse shit, and I
Okay.
couldn't handle it. And he remembered how to control these things. Like there was like tank battle or something.
Okay.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't win. Basketball, forget about it.
Forget
It was a
about
joke. It was hilarious.
Jeez Lou. I'd love to. I'd love to.
I'd
get
love to
in
have been
an
a fly
Atari.
on that wall.
I'd love to get in an Atari and have your dad kick my ass. But not
He's
like
pretty good at it.
not in connection with playing the Atari. I'd just love
Just
your
he's
dad
kicking your ass.
Just your dad to kick my ass, basically. All right, I recommend.
So we recommend our games.
Yeah, I recommend
mine
thing.
mine's more of a so-so suggestion.
So we're gonna jump into our topic. I'm leading it this week, and we're gonna be talking about aliens. A bunch of
You have to do the hands like the ancient alien. Yeah.
aliens.
Aliens
Is
with
this
the crazy hair.
This is not a visual. Yeah, this
Everyone
is not
at
a
home,
visual,
do it along with us.
art.
Aliens.
Aliens. You know that meme? It's aliens, UFOs, and stuff like that. So I want to kick it off with a story that I guess is kind of my own UFO sighting.
What?
This is something I've never told you. Like literally, like okay. There are times when me and Sam will talk about something
I'm
on the.
scared.
There are times that me and Sam will talk about something on the podcast that we have talked about before, but like this is something that I've never actually told.
I really don't know where he's going with this.
So
All right, tell me. I'm very curious.
yeah. Okay, so you remember how I lived in Florida for
Yes.
for a little while, right?
Yeah.
It was while I was in Florida. We had all gone out, like me, my mom, her fiance, all that. My family. We had gone out for ice cream. And we were all in this truck driving back home, eating our ice cream. And as we were driving home, it was like a fucking bright ass light soared over it was like this white light, and it flew over the truck and in towards the Gulf, because we lived right on the Gulf of Mexico. And it was like bright, it was so fast, and it wasn't like something because it was a white bright light. And like no one really knew what it was. No one got a good look at it because it was going so fast. Like it wasn't a plane crashing. It wasn't.
It was a weather balloon. It was swamp gas.
It was crazy. Like I don't think it's like aliens or anything. But what happened that made it even crazier was later that night we were all up because of that, and there were helicopters flying out into the Gulf towards where that thing went. And my brother can vouch for me. He was there. But it was like the fucking Coast Guard was going after whatever had happened.
Could it have been a helicopter?
It was going so fast, and there wasn't really like a noise with it. Like it wasn't like we didn't hear the,
Aliens confirmed.
like I would think it was some
Explain
sort of
that, scientists.
Well, I think my most reasonable
Experimental government aircraft.
explanation for it that I've been telling myself is it was some sort of meteor or meteorite. But not like one big, like the one that happened in Russia, but it wasn't like big enough to like do any damage.
I feel like you should be able to find information about that.
That's what I tell myself, it was a meteor just so I can like sleep at night.
It's aliens. Deal with it. There's one behind you right now.
Stop. You know how fucking freaked out I get when you do that to me. You don't have any like UFO stories, do you?
No, I don't.
Because like what I saw was actually a UFO. What people get confused about is when someone says a UFO, they think aliens. A UFO is just an unidentified flying object. So
Okay.
like I could throw a
All
fucking
right, smarty pants.
I could throw a paper airplane and you could be standing far away enough that you don't see what I just threw, and it's a UFO to you.
All right, yeah.
Technically.
But when you say UFO,
It
kind of
it's-
the connotation is alien.
yeah, it's kind of our cultural
Flying saucers,
Yeah.
whatnot.
little gray or green
Little
men.
green men from Mars coming to suck our brains out or whatever.
I would just kind of
Probe our
I would
butts.
actually really love what did you just say?
Probe our butts. That's a thing.
Okay.
You know it is.
I didn't hear what you said. I heard butts and I was confused on what came before
You
that.
wanted to hear what that was about.
Yeah. Um I would think it would be probably the funniest fucking thing in the world if aliens did come to Earth and they were actually like those little gray or green men with the big eyes and the big heads. Because if they were, we could literally just kick them like a fucking football through uprights.
But they have like laser guns.
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, like every time you see them, oh my god, have you seen the movie Mars Attacks?
The one with the brains and the glass
Yeah,
jar
and
things.
they start getting killed because the old lady plays like some sort of music.
Is it like what kind of music is it?
It's like the golden oldies. I don't want to say Elvis because
Oh,
I know it's not Elvis.
okay,
It's a bad movie. It sucks.
interesting. I'm
Um,
sure it does. It looks horrible. I haven't seen it,
it's kind
but
of
I know
like
of it.
weirdly intriguing as well, though. Anyway,
Well, is it supposed to be a parody? I feel like it is.
I feel like it's supposed to be
Like
satirical, but I don't know what it's what it's.
what it's satirizing or what it's trying to say. What's its message?
Yeah,
Maybe it's just a dumb movie.
I also haven't seen it for a very long time, so if I took a closer look at it now, I might be able to tell if it's a parody or a satire.
That's true.
But so this kind of culture around aliens started right after World War II.
Yeah,
Um, with
kind of with Roswell,
with
right?
Roswell. And then it slowly kind of turned into Area 51.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a couple of conspiracies about what is actually happening at Area 51. I'm not going to talk about all of them because not all of them have to do
Okay.
with aliens.
I'm
Um,
curious.
so
I have a theory.
yes,
Um, government stuff.
yeah, government things. Well, all of this is technically government things.
Yeah, I know.
Um, so the first one, and this is kind of like Roswell and Area 51 go hand in hand because Area
Yeah.
51 is apparently in like New Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but so this is the government reverse engineers alien spacecraft there. So this is one that I've heard a lot about. No, like good evidence or anything, just kind of like that when there have been aliens crash landing into Earth or anything like that, the government um, takes the I guess the UFO or the alien spacecraft and kind of reverse engineers it and makes I guess U.S. military technology with it.
So my problem with that is, why do we not have any flying saucers? Why don't we have flying saucers yet? If that's the case.
I mean, if it ain't broke,
Also,
don't fix it. Why do we need?
also,
We have planes.
why would you want to? If these aliens are so advanced and we want to steal their technology, why do they keep crashing into Earth?
Okay, yeah, okay. I guess let's get this out of the way. Men in Black 2 wasn't a good movie. Let's just put that out in the let's just put that out in the
Men in
open.
Black 2. Which one is that one? Is
It's
that
the one that's not good.
Is it the one with the lady? Is that or is that the first one that I'm thinking?
The first one has the bug guy.
Okay.
The guy
Oh, okay.
who's the giant cockroach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one has the lady. Oh, okay. Let me
Yeah,
just
okay.
let's also
Let's just get it out.
let's also say this: Men in Black 3 also wasn't good at all.
I didn't see Men in Black 3.
It wasn't good. Let's actually talk about what I was supposed to talk about before I made that funny joke. Do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens? Yeah, but I don't know if they've been here. I don't think they've
Okay,
been there.
so I've watched all of the good episodes of the X Files because the like the ninth season, which is where the original series ended, wasn't good at all because the original stars left. And there's an interesting. I guess it's a theory. The law of numbers, or
Law
so
of large numbers.
yeah. So the the universe is so expansive that it's almost impossible that there wouldn't be another intelligent life out in the universe,
Yeah, somewhere.
especially since the universe is ever expanding and it's infinite, and we can't see to the other end of the universe. Like, we can only see so far. And I mean, who knows? There could be other intelligent life in a similar solar system in the Milky Way galaxy. So, I mean, there's just so many infinite possibilities that I also believe in aliens. Here's where I'm lost. I don't believe aliens have come to Earth.
But you saw a light.
Okay. I don't think they have.
You definitely should have known
That was about to happen, that you were about to criticize me for my beliefs. Okay. Fuck you, buddy. I just don't, it doesn't seem logical to me. I guess it's because I think this is kind of where I come from. My perspective.
This is his perspective.
My perspective on the matter is.
This is like the first time we've done this. Can I mention that?
Yeah. We call our show From Our Perspective, and this is the first time either of us have actually given a perspective. Here's my thought: is that, and I think this because of how humans act, and I could be wrong for this. Every time we've come across a new civilization that isn't as technologically advanced, we wipe them out, enslave them, or take their land. So I just feel like naturally, I don't know.
Okay, I'll pose this question.
Okay.
If we flew, and I'm going to say Mars because it's a planet that I know. We flew over to Mars.
Yeah.
We landed, and there was a civilization
of little green men.
That was like us right now, but we were like how aliens are depicted in movies. Would we kill everyone?
I guess I'm thinking of just like maybe the age of colonization.
Yeah, but I feel like we're a little bit more civilized than that now.
Well, and then here's the thing. An alien would come to Earth.
We know slavery's wrong now, guys. Or at least most of us do.
Yeah, good. I'd say a decent amount. I'd say a decent amount of us think that slavery is wrong. I sound like fucking Christoph Waltz. I guess that's true. I think we might be a little bit more civilized. And then here's the thing, diseases. I feel like we would both... I don't really know. Here's my thing. I don't know how...
Would there be alien diseases? Is that what you're asking?
I don't understand how the Europeans didn't contract any diseases from the Native Americans when we came over and wiped out a good percentage of them with our diseases, or with their diseases.
They didn't... We had... We domesticated animals.
Around Europeans. We're saying we as if we are from Europe.
Yeah. Well, we're the white European descendants. We're whiteys.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. You are smarter than I, so
they didn't really do that as much.
So I guess I don't know. I just feel like something wouldn't mesh well, and there's always going to be like that one person who's just like, we gotta kill them all. And you like how I gave him a southern accent? Kill them all!
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of accurate.
Yeah.
So, second thing.
Yes?
Why would the government be so insistent on hiding it from people?
A lot of people say mass hysteria, but
like,
why would we all be hysterical?
I mean, at this point, now we are, thanks to the government hiding it for 80 years or whatever.
Yeah, I think it would be crazier if they came out and were like, yeah, Roswell actually happened.
Aliens have been real this whole time. That might cause something. But if they had just come clean right then... But then again, we were at different times, right?
Yeah. I think...
Maybe I just answered my own question?
If they would have released it back then, especially right after World War II and, like, the beginning of the Cold War... There would have definitely been mass hysteria because then, like, at that point, like, because no one had really thought about it. So, like, their minds would have been fucking blown. Now, if it got released that Roswell happened and shit like that.
By the way, that would still be super scary and stuff. Like, that'd be weird.
Oh, yeah, it'd be terrifying.
I feel like Trump would have told us.
Well... I guess we'll talk about presidents with UFOs next.
Yeah.
But
there's a particular president.
Yeah, one specific president that kind of makes it a little questionable. Um, I think now if we figured out that 80 years ago or however long ago UFOs did crash into Earth, that would cause a hysteria. But if like a UFO like was proven to fall to Earth for the first time in 2019, I don't think there'd be a mass hysteria.
I don't know. It's hard to
It
say.
is hard to say. It is definitely hard to say. I mean,
I don't know
I
how
would
people
probably
react.
because
I would freak out.
I have like this horrible like weird anxiety that like turns on and off about the weirdest things. So I would probably freak out like terribly, and I would like cry or
Yeah,
something.
you would have an existential crisis.
I would because I have those a lot.
You'd realize how meaningless we all are, or something,
Don't
like that.
make me like freak out in the middle of an episode.
Now that'd be interesting.
That would be interesting because I'd get like really like deep. I guess we'll go ahead and keep talking about the stuff.
Jimmy Carter says he saw
Yeah.
a UFO.
Yeah, let's talk about
U.S. President Jimmy Carter,
U.S. President Jimmy Carter
former peanut farmer.
on September 18th, 1973. So this was actually before he was
Before he was president.
before he was a president.
So out on his peanut farm.
Yeah. He files a report with the National Investigation Committee Aerial Phenomena, so the NECAP, claim, claiming he had seen a UFO on October 1969. During the presidential campaign of 1976, Democratic challenger Carter was forthcoming about his belief that he had seen a UFO. He described waiting outside for a Lions Club meeting in Leary, Georgia, to begin at about 7:30 p.m. when he spotted what he called the darndest thing I ever did seen in the sky.
Spoken like a true Georgian.
Yeah. Carter, as well as 10 to 12 other people who witnessed the same event, described the object as very bright, with changing colors and that was about the size of the moon.
Was it like a white light that like flew?
That
by?
flew over your truck after you got ice cream? Yeah. Carter reported that the object hovered at about 30 degrees above the horizon. He pulled out his
He got out.
yeah,
Yeah, he popped out his protractor.
and started measuring.
Drew a line on a piece of paper.
It hovered there
He was
for a
ready.
while. 30 degrees above the horizon and moved in toward the earth and away before disappearing into the distance. He later told the reporter that after this experience, he vowed he would never again ridicule anyone who claimed to see a UFO. During the presidential campaign of 1976, Carter promised that if elected president, he would encourage the government to release every piece of information about UFOs available to the public and to scientists. After winning the presidency, though, Carter backed away from this pledge, saying that the release of some information might have defense implications and pose a threat to national security. Now, that is probably like the craziest fucking like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that sentence right there makes me believe that Roswell happened.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving that
Like, there has to
he
be.
backpedaled so hard.
Yeah. It seems like it couldn't be. Every single UFO case couldn't be like a threat to national security. There's no way. There would have to be like a couple where they were just like, oh, it was a fucking meteor, a rock fell from really high or some shit.
Also, like, it's been a while. It seems like aliens would have, like, I guess they might have made contact. I don't know. Have you seen that one movie with where they, what is that one called again?
Mars Attacks?
No, the one that came out recently. Arrival.
Men in Black
That's
3.
it. No, Arrival.
Oh.
Do you remember that one?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Heard it was really good, though.
Like that. Yeah, but like that.
Yeah, where giant
Like that
squid
movie.
aliens do stuff with Amy Adams
Yeah.
and Jeremy Renner?
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Yeah, with Lois Lane and Hawkeye. It's a weird couple right there. Possibly.
I think more actors have been in superhero movies than haven't.
Yeah, at this point, you could probably
just-
make a connection to every actor, at least nowadays, and a superhero movie.
Like, I just tried to do it like twice and failed twice.
Like Tom Hanks and
I was
Forrest
like
Gump.
Jim Carrey. He was the Riddler. I was like, well, Poop.
Michael
I was like,
Keaton.
Danny DeVito. He was a penguin.
Michael Keaton was not
Michael
a
Keaton,
superhero.
Batman.
No, you're lying. He was Birdman.
He was two superheroes.
He was two super. He was also the Vulture. He's been
He's
three,
in three different
heroes.
things.
Well, no,
All
Birdman.
avian.
Birdman wasn't really.
all kind of aerial.
Birdman wasn't. Well,
as well.
Birdman is connected to Batman.
Yeah,
like
I
that's
get
the
that.
connection. So, and also Birdman wasn't
yeah.
really a. I saw that movie. It was actually pretty good. Anyway, I don't know how
Wasn't Emma Stone in that movie?
Yeah, she was.
And she was in The Amazing
Gwen
Spider-Man.
Gwen Spider-Man.
Gwen Spider-Man.
Jesus fucking Gwen Spider-Man. I think that's the hardest we've ever fucking laughed on this fucking podcast.
It's because you did the fucking laugh.
Okay.
Was that on purpose?
No. For those of you who don't know, the other day I went to Sam's house, and for whatever reason,
You laughed really weird.
I started doing like this really weird laugh out of nowhere. It was the one that just went, ah, ha, ha. And it's kind of been like a little inside joke between us.
It's apparently been... He's caught it or something. Like some sort of disease. He's caught the hyena laugh.
Jeez Louise. We were laughing
You really messed up
hard
there.
Oh,
right.
God.
Back on track. UFOs! How did we do this?
We started talking about Lois Lane and
Gwen
Hawkeye.
Spider-Man.
Gwen Spider-Man. Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Okay.
Alright. Who else saw a UFO? Did any other famous people see UFO?
I haven't found anything else like notable. This man named Jack Weiner.
You're so mature.
His name's Weiner. You're not telling me that's funny?
That's very unfortunate because Jack it doesn't go well with Wiener very good either.
I didn't even think of that. That's great. Okay. This is called the Allagash Alien Abductions. This comes from thoughtcatalog.com. It's 100 plus alien abduction stories that will make you believe. So
Get ready, folks. This is a long episode.
Yeah, Sam's the real skeptic on this one, so I'm gonna make him believe. In 1976, four friends in their early 20s went camping in rural Maine. On the second night,
I believe now. I believe already.
Oh, you are?
I'm already a believer. No teens have ever done that.
They've never gone camping in Maine. It was aliens. They noticed a very bright light, but nothing more. On the second night, they noticed a very bright light, but nothing. Oh, God damn it!
Can you speak like a normal human being?
No, I don't think I can. On the second night, they noticed a very bright light, but nothing more. On the third night, they decided to try fishing. Night fishing, specifically. Fishing. In the canoe, they noticed the bright light again. One of the men used a flashlight to flash light. Really? In an SOS pattern at the light. God, this is just poorly written. The light then expanded and enveloped all four men. That's the last thing they remember. They woke up, in quotations, back at their campsite with no recollection of what ended up happening to the light or how they got off the water. The fire they stoked up before they left just minutes ago, intended to still be burning when they returned, was completely burned down to embers. Could it be possible that they just got like really drunk night fishing?
It could be. And then they blacked out, washed up on the shore. Thankfully, they didn't die.
Yeah. This is The Aftermath, apparently, is what it's titled. Jack Weiner, this is the same story. Jack Weiner, nice, was the first to start having nightmares. In these dreams, he saw beings with long necks and large heads. He saw the beings examine his arm while Jim, Chuck, and Charlie sat on the nearby bench, not able to intervene. The beings had large metallic glowing eyes with no lids, and their hands were insect-like with 4 fingers. The other 3 men were experiencing very similar dreams, with short mental clips of the night at the lake. In 1988, out of curiosity, Jim Weiner attended a... What the fuck is up with these names?
Jim and Jack Weiner.
Is it also Charlie Weiner and Chuck Weiner? It's the Weiner
Chuck
brothers.
Weiner's good.
The Weiner brothers. That's my favorite.
The Weiner Brothers.
That's
Okay, that would be a great movie.
That's my favorite.
The Weiner Brothers
detective group. It's like the
the
Harley
Weiner
Boys.
Brothers Crazy Night
The Weiner brothers.
with the abduction.
In 1988, out of curiosity, Jim Weiner attended a UFO conference hosted by Raymond Fowler. Weiner met Fowler. Jeez Louise, this is the best story. Weiner met Fowler of the alien. Oh wait.
Of the alien?
No, I skipped a couple of. I skipped the whole paragraph. Weiner met Fowler
What?
afterwards and related his strange encounter. The investigator was excited about Jim Weiner's story, especially in the fact that it had multiple witnesses. Fowler suggested to Jim Weiner that he and the others undergo regressive hypnosis. After this,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Are we just like layering on the bullshit?
Oh yeah, this is so fake.
Okay. First off, number one,
Yeah.
eyewitness reports are like the least.
Oh
Like,
yeah, like there've
credible
been like studies about like eyewitness reports for police like operations.
Are like the worst thing.
Oh yeah, they're like because
You get it wrong so often.
your short-term memory isn't that great.
It's shit.
Yeah, so I just
Also,
think
it
these
can
guys,
change
I just think these guys
what
got like
you think you remember.
pissed out drunk.
Yeah, most likely.
Um,
They woke up on the shore, and then one of them said something about aliens,
and then the other guys
and
were just
off
like,
to the
yeah,
races.
Yeah, because like the human mind is very suggestive. After the sessions, it was revealed that all 4 men had memories of being abducted, and it's
That's convenient.
you know when there's hypnosis to do with like because how much you want to bet that the shrink that was giving them this hypnosis was like, did you see any aliens? Like, do you know how suggestive it probably was? He was like, hello, Wiener
Oh my god,
brothers.
I see aliens.
Hello, the Wiener brothers. It's me, your shrink. Did you see any aliens? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
What's our next one that's gonna make me believe?
I don't believe. Betty.
That was number one. That was like their opener.
I've skipped some. Betty and Barney Hill alien abduction. In 1961, a married couple, both normal by all accounts and leaders in their community. Normal is in quotations, I'll have you know, so that makes me think that they're both not normal.
Like cultists.
Yeah, that they're fucking weirdos. They were driving.
Maybe Satanists.
They were They were driving home from a vacation at Niagara Falls when they saw what they thought was a falling star. A falling star? Is that what they call it up in Niagara Falls? It's a shooting star.
I think they mean a shooting
Yeah,
star.
it's a shooting star. But it moved
Yeah.
around the sky and began to grow bigger. They decided.
And then it flew over their
and
truck.
then it flew over their truck while they had ice cream. Right into the Gulf
How
of
many times
Mexico.
am I going to do that? Every time.
Every time. They decided to drive slowly along the road and follow the light as it grew closer to them in the sky. Why? Why would you do that? Eventually,
Why would you follow it?
eventually stopping
Oh, okay.
in the middle of the highway as the object hovered only 80 to 100 feet from them. What the fuck? At this point, Barney Hill commits a horror movie no-no and gets out of the car to get a closer look. After seeing the craft with 8 to 11 humanoid creatures in black uniforms on it, he screamed, "They're going to capture us," and ran back to the car, and the couple drove home. This sounds like someone who has schizophrenia or something.
Okay, hold on. Why would you... They're going to... That's like the weirdest way to phrase that. They're going to capture us.
They are going
Run.
to capture us. He's an alien. Oh my god. Barney Hill is an alien.
No. He got replaced right there.
He did. Oh my god.
He's
The bright
gone.
light got so big and they were like, okay, someone go get him. Someone go get him. That's why it's 8 to 11 because they don't know because they have a couple of extras to replace humans.
Yeah.
Hello, I am human. They are going to
They are going to capture us.
Hello,
Run.
I am a human. They are going to capture us. I guess that's my alien voice. Um,
I guess so.
and he ran back to the car, and the couple drove home.
And so they weren't abducted.
A trip that should have taken 3 hours mysteriously took 7. The hills cannot account for the missing time. Additionally, a lot of other strange things happened, leading them to conclude that they had been abducted. They're gonna capture us! Oh no, we lost 4 hours of time. We were abducted.
What if they drove from like Niagara Falls to like California?
And they were like,
And so
why
that's
did it take
and they like
so
crossed like 3 time zones, and that's why they lost 3 hours.
Yeah, they were like, why did it take
And they're just
so long?
stupid.
They're just fucking
Why'd that
idiots.
take so long?
God, I hate these people. These kinds of people suck.
Aliens confirmed they're going to capture them, and then they did.
Hello,
Black
I am a
uniforms.
human.
What kind of black uniforms? I wonder.
They were probably like,
Were they like on top of it?
I guess.
How did he see them?
I don't know, dude.
Also, 11 to 12,
8 to 11.
8 to 11. That's like a lot of folks to be like in a vehicle
Well, here's the other.
that's like the size of a road.
Here's the other thing. It's just like he might as well have just said like 1 to 30.
700. There they
There
were.
were at least there was one. At most,
There was-
infinity. I mean, like, give us a
That
fucking
would be
number.
terrifying.
Infinity aliens.
He walks up to this light and he looks kind of into it, and there's just scores of these black uniformed people, just millions.
And he
Infinite.
says he uses the range at least 1 to at least infinity. Or at
And then he
night.
turns around and runs to his car and says they're going to capture
They are
us.
going to
All of
capture
them.
us.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's see.
I'm not a believer yet.
This one's called Antonio Villas No, that's too many words that I don't know how to pronounce. The Robert Taylor incident. Oh, this one looks
Okay.
good. Robert
This looks
Taylor was
juicy.
a forestry worker in Livingston, Scotland.
Scotland?
He was heading to work in the woods in 1979, -10, when he turned a corner and saw a UFO parked in a field. Wait, what? Wait.
So, okay, hold on.
Wait. What?
Let's reread that.
He was heading to work in the woods in 1979 when he turned a corner and saw a UFO parked in a field.
Okay. Oh, they turned a corner in the woods?
I guess.
Was he driving?
I don't know. I'm confused.
I'm picturing him walking around a
I
building,
guess-
and then there's a clearing.
I guess here's the weirdest part is that he just turned like I guess this one's the most believable to me because there's no pizzazz to it. Like he's not
He
like,
turns a corner,
he's not
and
like-
there it is.
oh, I lost 4 hours of time, laddie. He's just like, I fucking turned the corner and there it was.
And there it was. It was sitting there. And what else happened?
This is what he says. All at once, 2 small spheres came from the object. They made a sound as their spikes moved over the... Spikes? Okay,
Whoa.
here's where the pizzazz comes in, I guess.
The spikes.
As their spikes moved over the earth, they came to stop beside him, grabbing his trousers and beginning to drag him back to the UFO. The spiked objects were...
So he was walking.
Yeah. They were...
What?
He legit just, like, turned around a building corner and there was a UFO.
I'm having such a hard time visualizing
The
this.
spikes were very similar to the UFO, only smaller. Taylor could smell a strong, sickening odor. He lost consciousness. When he regained consciousness, the spears were gone, but his red setter was still there. I don't know what that is.
What does that
The
mean?
dog is a red setter a dog?
Oh, okay, it's a dog.
The dog was panicky, running around and barking. Taylor tried to calm him down, but found out that his voice was gone. He was very weak, and when he tried to stand, he couldn't. He crawled for a time, until he was able to stand again. He finally made it back to his pickup truck and tried to radio for his headquarters via his two-way, but still could not speak. Attempting to drive his truck back home, he got stuck in the mud. He started a long walk about a mile to his house, and he arrived at 11:45 a.m. His wife then phoned the police once he got home, remarking that he looked terrible. The police began an investigation, having no true explanation for the bizarre tracks left at the scene of the UFO. So there were actual tracks. That's what I was.
Interesting.
That's what I was kind of worried about. Like, were like if he said spikes dragging along the earth, were there tracks?
I gotta be honest, like, a thought just came into my head. It's like scary.
What?
Like, okay, imagine you're this man,
Yeah.
and this like actually happened to you.
But like,
No one would believe you.
like it actually.
That
did
would be
happen.
horrifying.
Oh yeah, it would. Oh yeah, it would. But yeah, that's
Like, I almost just want to believe them just so I can give them sympathy.
yeah. I don't know. Like
If it's real,
his is insane, but like for different reasons. Not like he's insane, but like his is just like nutso.
it sounds scary. Like, that would be the most
Just
traumatic
imagine like
experience
turning
ever.
a corner and then there's just a fucking UFO in a field, and then
And then it's hold on, and then its spikes come out and grab you
by your trousers,
by your trousers, and then
and there's
your
a
red
horrible,
sweater,
sickening smell.
and then you lose consciousness. You wake up, you can't walk,
Can't
and you
speak.
can't talk.
Jesus Christ!
That'd be
I
horrifying.
can't even
I
like
don't even wanna think
begin
about
to
that
try to explain that like logically.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
What's the next
I
one?
don't wanna
I'm
think
close to
anymore.
believing.
Huh?
I'm close to believing. What's the next one?
Oh, do we want to do one more? I was gonna leave it
Yeah,
off
let's
on
do
that
one more.
one because that one was very good.
Okay, well, we can leave it there if you want.
I just feel like that one was really good, and I don't want to soil it with something that's bad
Okay,
that's gonna make
let's
us
not do that then.
believe anymore.
Let's not do that then. All right.
So yeah.
So that's been our UFO discussion.
Yeah, a little bit of actual opinions from us, and a
A
little
bit
of
of perspective.
a little bit of perspective, and a little bit of stories from other
And a little
people.
bit of losing our shit.
And a little bit of Monica in our life. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it over to you so you can talk about what today is in history.
Today in history, February 25th,
Yes.
I'm going to cover two events
Okay.
so that we can imagine them happening on the same day, in the same country.
Okay.
Just somewhere like serendipity, these two things are happening at the same time.
Did they happen in the same year?
Yes, the same year, the exact same day.
Fuck yes.
1836.
Okay.
February 25th, 1836.
Yeah?
Samuel Colt patents the first multi-shot revolving cylinder revolver,
Okay, that's dope.
enabling firearms to be fired multiple times without reloading. So he made the first revolver.
That's dope.
He was like, check out this dope shit.
Hey, you guys know how you all are like fucking wasting all that time loading up one bullet into your pistol? Well, look at this shit.
Check this
And
out. Like,
imagine being the first dude to like see a revolver that wasn't Samuel Colt and him just like walk up and be like, I can shoot 6 times basically instantaneously.
yeah, like boom, 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 boom.
Imagine how scary that would be.
I'd love it if Samuel Colt had already figured out that cool move that they do in cowboy movies.
Where they just
where
like,
you, like,
pull back the hammer like 6 times
with like their other hand.
instead of
Yeah.
like pulling the trigger. Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's like all he does. He like
oh,
this
you
is my
know-
new product.
You know if
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you know if I invented the revolver, I'd keep that shit secret until I figured out how to look cool as shit with it. Okay, what's the other thing that happened before I keep
The other
going
thing
on about
is-
revolvers?
U.S. showman P.T. Barnum exhibits African American slave Joyce Heth, claiming she was 161 years old. A 161-year-old nursemaid to George
Oh
Washington.
fuck yeah, I've heard about this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She was his first attraction.
Was she really?
Yeah. So P.T. Barnum.
So okay, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So you're telling me P.T. Barnum
Yeah. The
finds
Barnum and Bailey.
old ass African American woman, and he's like,
Oh,
you
she
are
was
gonna make me
She
famous.
was also from Kentucky.
She was from Kentucky.
Yeah, she was also from Kentucky. I think Kentucky has something to do with this story. I think she was from Kentucky.
Okay,
I
great.
think that's where he actually. It's really fucked up. It
Maybe that's
during
where he found
it was
her.
It was during the 1830s. That's where he bought her. I
Oh,
feel really
sad.
dirty saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the cool parts about it, and not the depressing bad parts about our history.
Yeah, let's gloss over them. That's
Yeah,
good.
let's gloss over it. But yeah, I think she was from Kentucky. she was his very first attraction that he had. Like P.T. Barnum was famous for the freak show, the Barnum and Bailey Circus, Barnum and something circus,
something like that. I have no idea.
So he's the guy who kind of coined the freak show term.
Yeah.
And she was his first attraction. It actually turns out she was just like really old and didn't really know who she was. Like she claimed she was that old and she claimed she knew George Washington, but she just kind of like had bad memory and was like old and sick.
But yeah, no. So on the same day, 1836, February 25th, both these people were unveiling things.
Oh yeah, just imagine like P.T. Barnum.
Samuel Colt's like, check out this cool gun, and P.T. Barnum's like, oh yeah,
oh yeah, fucker. Well, I have the world's oldest fucking woman.
I have Methuselah here.
Look at this broad.
Look at this old lady.
Look at this broad.
She worked for George Washington.
That'd be nuts. Imagine if that was true though. Imagine if like she was 160.
Imagine if she got abducted by aliens and lost all those years.
Oh my goodness. There's like pictures of her, and she does look like old as fuck. She was actually like in reality only like 80 something, I think. But she's like she did look like if I were to have seen her and she was like I'm 160 years old, I would have been like yes
You'd
you are,
like,
bitch.
Yes you are.
If I sneeze on you, you will turn to ash. Was that too far?
Also, Samuel Colt shot his own foot off with his gun.
Really?
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, okay.
That's the lie of the day about Samuel Colt. He shot his own foot off. That's a lie.
Here's one lie.
Here's Trace's lie.
Here's a lie about February 25th.
Just the whole day.
Well, there are two events. Samuel Colt and P.T. Barnum were actually best friends.
Yeah.
Until Samuel Colt shot the woman and said, "Ha ha ha ha! If I can't have her, no one can."
Okay, this is strange.
Was that one too far? Was that one too far? I thought that one might have been funny.
I think it was fine. But that's what happened today.
That's exactly what happened. Samuel Colt shot innocent woman.
And I should say not today, but like
today. No,
the same day.
2019.
Yeah. That's the lie.
No, it's not a lie. It happened in 2019.
Okay, well.
Anyway.
I feel like we say that a lot.
Anyway, well, because we're just bad at this whole podcast.
We're scatterbrains and we're fucking
I'm gonna kick it over to Sam again for your holiday corner. What is today's holiday, Budro?
Today's a great holiday.
Today's
February 25th.
Happy P.T. Barnum Samuel Colt Day.
No, it's a quiet day. So everybody, bring your volume down. It's quiet day.
This is the segment of the podcast where we ASMR for the rest of it because it is National Quiet Day.
National Quiet Day. So on National Quiet Day,
everyone,
you just want to do quiet stuff. Like read a book.
Hey guys, on the 25th, everyone shut your fucking mouths. Please. Just be quiet.
I feel like a parent came up with this.
Just be quiet. It's like those fucking like games that parents made up. Like, let's play the quiet game. Who can be quiet the longest? It's just like you're not fucking slick, mom and dad. It's
no. It's like it's just February 25th one day, and the mom's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to kill these kids if they don't stop screaming."
The night before, got a little wine drunk. And the next morning, they all had hangovers, and they're like, "It's fucking quiet day, kids.
Quiet day, kids. February 25th. It's always quiet day.
Let's all bring our voices down. Let's use our." I like how sometimes when someone says use your inside voices, they're implying whispering. Whispering isn't my inside voice.
That's true. You make a fair point.
Fair point by Trace Maloney.
Trace
Michael Baloney.
15. 15 Love.
15 Love. Okay, we're going to play this intellectual game of tennis. But before we continue the game, we're going to wrap up this podcast.
That's right.
We'll let you know how we did later. This has been...
So stupid.
This has been, from our perspective, the podcast that you all listen to. If you all have any suggestions for topics that we can talk about, maybe we will talk about them eventually. That was a sentence. If you like what we do, I don't know why, but if you do,
I don't either.
we're on iTunes and Spotify, of course, which is probably where you're listening to it. We're also on YouTube. Leave us a comment on iTunes and YouTube. Give us a like on YouTube. Give us a review on iTunes. Spotify doesn't have a system to give us feedback, so just kind of, I guess, listen.
Just watch it.
Yeah. We also, if you want more than just our podcast, we also have social media accounts where we post pictures and memes, either relating to the podcast or just something funny that I might have found that I'd like to share with you all. And that our Instagram and Twitter is at FOP_pod. Our Facebook is at The Large Lads, and our YouTube channel is under Large Lads. Other than that, that should be it for us this week. We will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Bye.
Toodaloo!